up, Smalls?
Okay, I'll give you that one. Because you're taller than me, because you're sitting on a stool.
Look at that. This is so awesome.
This will never happen again.
Okay, so, what?
Why did you just say so? Like,
So I've copied one card. I don't know if these are in the order we look, because I don't know what order I'm copying the cards in. But we did see pelicans.
Well,
So welcome to Zoo Tour.
2024.
Welcome to Zoo Tour 2024.
We did
with
a tour.
Shorty. And so these are all of our photos. We're going to kind of go through. They might not necessarily be in order, but we will, as we come across things, we will talk about them and try and remember where we were.
I will remember.
He'll remember where we were when we observed them.
You
will
won't.
not.
No, you won't.
I will know that they are animals and pictures that I took.
Yeah.
So and it's recording your phone the whole time, my iPad the whole time.
This is your phone.
It's recording my phone the whole time.
Your phone's weird.
Our iPad the whole time, and so I will be able to show you the pictures and everything. So one of the first things I don't know if this was one of the first things.
Yeah.
we saw.
So we went to
the aviary
at the Omaha Zoo.
At the Omaha Zoo. Yeah. So
that was our first stop, Henry Dorrell Zoo in Omaha.
Yeah, Henry what?
Trip. Henry Dorrell
something Zoo.
Yeah.
And it was a very cool zoo, actually, in the middle of
it's
Nebraska,
I think it's like the most popular zoo in America. So
it was pretty cool. And so of course the first stop we had to go to was the aviary.
They have a big open air, outdoor aviary.
Yeah.
So
that was cool. So and when we got in there, let's see, the first thing I took.
That looks like some scarlet ibises.
Oh yeah.
Like the darker pink birds, like the main one in the center is a scarlet ibis.
Okay.
And then you can kind of see like off to the left.
Okay.
You see that like pinker back. I believe that's the back of a rosette spoonbill.
Oh,
so
yeah,
those are both
sense.
like Caribbean, Central American, South American, Floridan like water birds that nest in trees more. But they do live near the water and stuff.
And they usually live together like this?
They can, lots of birds, even different species, just flock together, or at least are in the same spot for the same thing, even if they're not necessarily with each other.
Nice. Well, and then and this is inside the aviary. It's this big domey net thing, and the little birds of the universe
of the
fly
nature
in and out.
Yeah,
of
but
the netty thing.
All the birds that are supposed to be in there are big enough to be kept in.
Yeah,
so
they were in there too. Let me make sure. Wait. Let's do this. Off. Oh, that was a problem. Okay. All right. So we're good. I just had an audio thing I fixed. Okay. So then there were there's a lot of water in there. Yeah, a lot of water birds.
Lake, basically. So this is the pink-backed pelican, which the back's kind of vaguely pink. It's not like an obvious thing, but basically these are a type of pelican from Africa and southern Arabia. So they like swamps and shallow lakes. They have apparently started to be found in Madagascar, but that's probably more of like an introductory thing. They're not native to that place. Yeah.
Wait, they're not. They're not native to
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
They live in Africa and southern Arabia.
Okay.
So
how did they get to Madagascar?
Extradited. So probably humans brought them over, or maybe like a storm blew them off into Madagascar.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that with someone there that.
Our American white pelicans where we live, there was some that were migrating down south, and they were blown over towards the Four Rivers area.
Yeah, by us.
But now they actually keep migrating through there, so it's a great spot to actually see American white pelicans in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and all the way up in the chain, we've seen pelicans.
Yeah. Pelicans, and there's different species of pelicans. Like these obviously live in Africa and stuff, but others can be found in like we have pelicans in America, like white pelicans more inland on the coast. You find more like brown pelicans.
Cool. Now, and are these the ones that get the nose nodule?
That's American. That's what we have. The American white pelicans.
Okay.
They might get it, but they get seasonal for breeding. At least the males, maybe both get a crest on them.
So if you have it on there, they'll see it.
I don't have that.
Oh, okay. But it's just, if you go to Brookfield Zoo at the right time of year, you'll see they grow this nodule
the white pelicans
on the tip of their thing. So yeah, these were swimming around everywhere.
They had a small flock.
Yeah.
Also, a funny thing about pelicans that I've learned is that they try to eat a lot of things they can't eat, even cats and capybaras and things like that. But the funny thing is,
I want a
most
pelican now.
animals know that they will fail, so they just don't react.
So the
like-
cat just sits there and waits for the pelican to give up.
Yeah, like most animals somehow just have an innate knowledge that these pelicans will not succeed. So,
Okay, that's funny.
I thought you would enjoy that. All right.
Let's see. So
This-
then, oh wait, what's
That's
this? That's just them
another
again.
picture of the ibis.
And there were more shots of same type of pelican.
All right, here we go.
Oh, here. Yeah, touch that one. There we go.
All right, so this is another type of ibis.
Okay. Oh, he's lovely. He looks
That's-
like a vulture.
I don't know exactly what type of ibis that is. There's lots of different species of ibis, but
Okay.
let's see. I can look it up real quick. That's ibird. I want ibis. Ibis. Oh my god, there's a lot of genuses of this thing.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, they're literally just called bald ibises because they're bald. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's a
And are
northern or
they
something.
like scavengers, like vultures? Is that why their
I'm
heads bald? Because
figuring-
isn't that why vultures?
Yes,
have bald
vultures
heads?
don't have feathers on their heads
To not get disease and
meat stuck in it.
stuck in
and stuff
it.
like- yeah.
Like in your beard, you know, when you eat, you get corn in there.
Well, I don't have a beard, so I wouldn't know that.
I ain't saved today. I have
Ha.
the beard of a 16-year-old right now.
Let's see. I'm trying
Maybe
to-
a 20-year-old. I don't know.
feeding. Let's see.
Oh yeah. So these were here. I have a couple pictures of this little guy. He was preening himself or something. Oh here, yeah. So he's kind of going through preening. He's up in a tree.
I don't think they eat. They just eat, like small invertebrates, small mammals, things like that. Most, like, basically something like meat things they can fit into their mouth.
His head looks like rotting flesh.
He
He looks like Palpatine. This is the Palpatine vulture.
Let's see.
I don't know. The Palpatine iris.
Why do ibis?
Sorry. But listen to him.
Oh.
He's the important one. So you can see he's kind of scrolling through, getting some details over here. Yeah, he was preening himself just like any bird. I mean,
Yeah.
just because they eat goo, they still
No,
do the
I just said they
preening.
eat normal things.
Oh, they eat normal things.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
why their head's Palpatine-ish.
Mm-hmm.
The face are dulled red, unfeathered.
That doesn't tell me why.
Yeah, I don't know. Because
It could just be like a species thing. Maybe they just didn't need the feathers on their head.
maybe it's really hot. And they didn't like hats.
Oh my God, that's
Everything's about.
what's
fashion.
interesting is that most ibises nest in like trees, and obviously these guys
are
in
in
the
trees,
aviary
yeah.
nest in trees, but in the wild they actually prefer like cliffs,
Oh,
and they live in more arid areas. That might be it. Like they live in a more arid environment than other
Okay.
ibises, because most ibises are like water, like
so maybe
living,
that's a
like,
heat release thing.
that could definitely be it.
You know,
so.
heat out the top of their head or something. Keep their brain cool.
Yeah, so
You got to keep my brain cool.
yeah.
I don't want it to overheat.
Let's see what else we got. We got ducks.
Oh yeah, we got ducks.
It's just ducks and teals.
Yeah, there were lots of teals. He kept saying the word teal. I thought he was talking about a prom dress or something.
I believe teals are
wedding,
just.
wedding
No,
matron of honors gowns. That's the only time I hear teal.
Teal.
Here were two ducks
Bird.
taking a bath or something. See these two.
Yeah, teals are just types of ducks. I don't know.
So like mallard,
Yes.
teal,
Yeah, they're just called teals for
just
some
called
reason.
teals.
I don't know.
because they wear taffeta dresses a lot.
I don't know why teal is different than duck. I think it's just interchangeable.
Okay.
To be honest.
We'll
Not
check that out.
exactly,
We'll check
but-
that. But it's like a segment of or something.
No, actually, like they're just intermixed in here.
teals.
I think teal is just some are called teal, some are called ducks. I think it's honestly just a thing.
Okay. Well, we'll dig deep.
Oh wait, okay, here we go.
Here we go. We got it. Look at the screen. You'll see.
I think
No, they can look at the screen.
okay. I think that teals are just like a slightly, just like a different section of ducks. So
Subset
like, there's like
something.
the duck section and the teal section.
Okay.
But they're very closely related. It's not much.
So they were futzing around in the water, and I was trying to be
Yeah.
creative-y. And this one was yelling at me, "Don't watch me in the bathtub.
Let me see if I
Stop
can.
playing in the bathtub in the
see.
middle of the zoo."
Let me see if I can.
Oh, monochromatic squirrel. What did you call him?
Melanistic.
Melanistic.
So
I
most-
call him monochromatic.
Most squirrels that we see, like around here, are gray. This is
Okay.
the same species, but it's black because that's just a genetic thing. It just has black fur. That's called melanistic.
Okay.
Lots of animals can have that. Then there's also albino, which is like obviously like no pigment. Then there is a white one. I forgot the exact word for it, but like there is white that's not albino. So,
Okay. And this drove mommy nuts that there were monochromatic
melanistic. I don't know.
squirrels.
My mom just didn't like that.
That word makes her twitchy.
I don't know why.
There were
It's a
ducks
mystery.
yelling at me because we were standing in their bathroom apparently, and she was upset about the monochromatic.
Also,
squirrels.
I think that's just a goose in the that's just a goose in the background, like some type
Just
of goose.
goose butt.
And then here's some
Here.
black crowned cranes.
Yeah.
They're black because there's also a species that's gray and has like they both have yellow crowns, but this is the black.
They're really
crowned
cool
crane.
looking. Look at this thing.
Yeah, and then the bigger thing is a white stork. You can see it
Yeah.
preening itself.
Yeah.
They like to stay out in the back away from the people more. So, right then they had some American flamingos, kind of like in the back. They had their own section.
Which we recently got to
feed.
parade with at
And-
Brookfield Zoo
and feed them,
and
yeah.
feed.
Because they just got like a flock of 9 American flamingos.
And somebody asked me, I forget who asked me, when they hung the corner and they put their wings up and started flapping, why did they do that? I said, because the wind hit them, and they're very wiggly on their legs in the wind, so they were. So if you see that video, they're just, it's like going, whoa, like that. That's what they were doing. Anyway, side note.
So yeah, you can see.
So yeah, there's here.
Oh,
let's see.
wait, this picture has like multiple of them.
Oh yeah, here you go. Oh, now this one.
That one's probably just molting.
Yeah,
it looks
molting.
Like. Also, you might notice that their feathers are pink, and you're always like, why are their feathers are pink? Well, most birds, it's just like that's how their feathers evolved. But with flamingos, they actually start white, but their diet has a certain chemical that causes them to become pink over time.
Something with the shrimp.
Yeah. That it's just like they have a certain compound in them that turns their
So,
feathers
and
pink.
we got to see flamingos eat.
Yeah.
So they stand in reasonably shallow water, but sometimes just up to their little, I don't know if it's their ankle, the top of their feet. Okay. And it stirs up all the crud.
like algae and stuff.
Yeah, and then they tip their head upside down. So like this black part of their beak is like flat in the water, and they're kind of snapping their mouth, and there's a little thing, and see if you on the top of his head, like at the back of his beak where the white kind of hits, there's a little pocket there, and it kind of puffs it in and out, and it forces the water that they've stirred up in and out, and they have like baleen or
Yeah,
something
kind of
in
like
their-
a whale.
in their beak, and it flushes the stuff in and out, and they eat the little
Yeah.
crud that they gather out of the water. So that's quite the workout while they're eating.
Yeah.
I hope they get a lot of calories. But it was kind of cool to see up close.
I think this is a marbled teal because it looks marbled.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's just another duck.
It's a very pretty duck. I like
Yeah,
that
I
duck.
like that one.
Yeah.
Here's another pretty
There
duck.
were a lot of ducks in there.
Yeah.
They really liked hanging out in the pond.
This
Oh,
is
that's a goose.
This I believe they're like banded-headed geese because they
Yeah.
have bands on their head. Bird names tend to be relatively straightforward.
Straightforward. Oh, look. Green
Okay,
bird.
this is the hammerkop. This is like a small, I think more like water jungle bird from Africa.
Okay.
Well, medium-sized, I would say.
Okay.
And so they're kind of like a small heron in our terms, if that makes sense to
Oh,
you.
kind of like a green heron.
Yeah, a little bigger than
A little
that.
bigger, okay.
But yeah. All right.
Let's see. Oh, this was
That's
just a
just
cool
zoomed out
waterfall. So they have. It's a very cool habitat.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as bird enclosures go, in aviaries, it's a lot of
Yeah.
different styles of habitat, all in this one little
Yeah.
environments, I guess. A lot of enrichment, a lot of different birds interacting and whatnot. So it's really a cool free flight aviary.
Yeah, so this last bird this might not be the last one in there, but this is the Inca tern. There's flocks, and they like to perch on the bridges that you can go up over the lake on.
Yeah.
My nose is running.
Catch it.
Okay.
Go get tissue. We
Okay.
can edit this part out.
My nose is annoying. Where? What? You have shit everywhere.
The end table, the other end of the sofa on the bottom. If not, then in with.
Yeah.
Okay,
I blame you for this.
definitely
Corporate espionage.
corporate espionage. So yeah, a lot of preening going on. I think it was just the time of day we were there. They were getting ready for their 9 o'clock show.
Birds just, they gotta keep their feathers in.
They preen all the time, pretty much.
It's preening, eating. And
This one is like, this bird's like, you talking to me? You ain't talking to me. I know you ain't talking to me. That's what this
Alright.
bird is saying.
I'm back from my nasal.
Back from your
discomfort.
nasal discontortment.
Yeah, so Inca terns, they're from the western coast of South America.
Okay.
I know that they're often in aviaries. I guess they're just good aviary birds. But
This bird, you can't see.
like, I believe at Brickfield Zoo, they're in with the penguins. At Milwaukee, they're in the big inside aviary.
Oh yeah, there's always a lot of terns in with the penguins.
But for some reason, it's always Inca terns. They are near threatened. So also like El Niños, which are like when the climate really shifts, like in the Pacific because of the thing, like the water currents changing.
Yeah.
I know that can really mess with like Inca terns and
Is
stuff
that his
like
beak
that.
open?
Yeah, his beak's open.
Wow, I didn't realize it opened that big. Little pretty bird, big old mouth.
I mean, they do nest in big colonies, so they're probably pretty easy to keep large numbers of in human care.
Yeah. And they're
non-migratory, so like other terns, like some terns literally migrate from the Arctic to Antarctica.
Okay.
Well, these guys don't migrate, so that's probably why they're a better zoo animal as well.
Hang out in Omaha. There's the little thing on his leg right there.
Yeah, that's a identification band. Yeah. Oh, there's some baby
ducklings.
ducks.
Here, let's see the baby ducklings.
Well, let's it with its mom. I'm not exactly sure what species this is, but yeah.
Adorable.
Yes. I actually watched them like crawl up onto the land.
Oh, then there were more turns.
I think this was me. Just look. That's.
Oh, you kept looking at something and then checking it in your bird.
Yes, there was a gray catbird that was in a tree
Okay.
calling. I actually got a video of that.
Okay.
Also, you can see I wore my crane shirt. So actually, like we saw that crane. That was the one.
Cool.
That's on my shirt.
And did you thank him for posing for that shirt?
He's not. It's not
You
a
said we saw
picture.
that
It's
bird.
a drawing. Oh my god, that's species. Yeah.
He was the model.
So up in the tree right there, there's a gray
yeah.
catbird, which is a native bird. It was calling, and I recorded a video of it.
Oh, yeah, because he gets the calls and everything. Yeah.
So next up, we went to the Madagascar. So Omaha Zoo has the largest Madagascar collection in any place on the planet.
Oh, that's cool.
Or in North America, at least. Well,
Yeah.
Madagascar has the most, obviously.
First we had to decide where we were going.
Yep, that's Mom helping.
Mom was helping navigate.
So we went outside, and these, let's see if we have a better photo. This is a black and white ruffed lemur.
They're so cute.
And they were calling. We went 2 days, and both times they were calling. And the second day, they were even calling. And I assume another troop in like off scenes was calling back to them.
Oh yeah. So when you're looking at the like open enclosure, and there's a big net, and they're all in there on trees and everything. Behind you is a building, and they were in the rest of another troop or something was in that building up in the windows. So one would call. It was like Battle of the Banjos. Them going back and forth, and there were a couple different species in the enclosure because there was these guys,
and there's also I think like golden lemurs.
Let's see if we have.
There was golden. That day we also saw golden lemurs. The next day the red ruffed lemurs were out. Which
the golden lemurs were very fast.
Yes,
you'll know every picture is kind of. There used to be a golden lemur here, and then I took a picture of its tush. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay.
yeah, that's a golden lemur.
Blurry, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, lemurs can often. There's lots of different
He's not
species.
blurry.
I think Omaha. They have a sign where they discovered like this zoo has helped discover in like the past couple of decades like 10 new species of lemur.
Wow.
Like they're finding new stuff.
They're like
in Madagascar.
different enough to be a different species.
Or subspecies,
crazy.
things like that. It's more of a genetic thing. Like we've probably found most of, well, not all of them, but we found most of like the major varieties. But we're finding like, like this region is different than this region, stuff like that.
They're all kind of cute.
Yeah, they are primates, which is that they're related to us. So that's pretty interesting.
I think that was my Uncle Al.
Yeah, you can see there's a variety. All right, then we went.
Oh, that was a different kind, wasn't it?
No, that's
that's the red. That's the golden.
So then we went inside. I don't remember which one that is.
Oh yeah, he was.
I can try to find it.
He was all black, so maybe he lives more in the deeper in the forest because he's darker. I guess. I just assume the darker the woods, the darker the animal.
Oh, let's see.
Hide. Where the golden one maybe lives in like the shadowy, kind of mottled light or something.
I believe this. Nope, their eyes aren't blue.
Blue.
Well, those are yellow, right? No,
they're kind of green.
This might be. I think this might be a blue-eyed black lemur.
Oh, yeah, because that could be. I haven't gone through these pictures, so the color balance could be off a little. So that could be.
Or it could just be a black lemur.
Yeah.
There's lots of different types of lemurs. All right, so so this was in the building.
In the building,
but
now.
Downstairs. The lemurs we heard were probably upstairs. Off scenes.
Yeah.
But this is like.
But then we went through the rest of Madagascar, and let me see if I.
So that's just a type of frog.
This is a little tiny froggy guy. Let's see if we got a better picture. Yeah, here he's a little bit better. So he was adorable because you almost couldn't even see him.
That's camouflage.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Fusa? Yes.
Yeah.
So
Fusa.
this is like the predatory mammal Madagascar that hunts lemurs and stuff. So it was cool because he was active, and they're usually not active.
Yeah, he was out. He was
the
having a lot of
zookeepers
fun.
were saying that this specific individual isn't active a ton of the time.
Yeah.
So actually seeing him out and about was lucky. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was not a Fusa. That was a gorilla.
Yeah. So next, they had just recently redone the gorilla habitat. Like it's very nice. It's a very nice gorilla habitat.
A lot of the zoos are starting to create nicer habitat rather than enclosures, habitats.
Because better for the animals, better for the viewing experience.
And like elephants are getting much nicer habitats, and they're kind of consolidating elephants to make troops instead of having a herd instead of having an elephant in every zoo.
Yeah,
making nice family groups.
Because that's how they live in the wild.
Yeah. So they're really, the focus is continuing to steer towards the animals.
Yeah.
And the
also, what they're doing that I like a lot is like cross species exhibit, because that's good to have other species. Is good
like
enrichment.
the zebras and the giraffes.
Or like here, they had the gorillas in with the black and white colobus monkeys.
Yeah.
So that was cool to like see like these different species intermixed. And also like the glass.
And they threw some humans in.
They're making exhibits so you can get up close and personal with more of the animals, but still safe.
And obviously. This is like this gorilla. He was like the thinker. He's like, that's what he did. He just stared at everybody like, wow, you're going to work. I'm going to continue to eat.
This one's eating some.
He's eating some celery.
Yeah. And then
munch.
We kept going. They had this is a gibbon, which is the only lesser ape. So great apes are orangutans, chimpanzees, bonobos, which are essentially chimpanzees, and then orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, bonobos, and then I think us technically, or
we are definitely lesser.
No, the only lesser apes are gibbons.
The only lesser are gibbons. We're like just run of the mill.
Or we might be great apes actually.
Average.
Scientifically speaking.
Yeah.
Not actually speaking.
Wait, he's gonna look up here a little bit so we can see if there's any other.
Yeah,
here, we can look at
8 species.
Okay.
Orangutans, gorilla. Well, there's 3 species of orangutan, 2 species of gorilla, chimpanzees, bonobos, and then humans.
Okay.
Well, lesser apes, all the types of.
What's he doing there?
All the types of gibbons.
Or gibbons.
Yeah.
So these got their.
Also, gibbons are like Indonesia and Southeast Asia, along with orangutans, while gorillas and chimpanzees. Well, gorillas are more like gorillas, chimpanzees, and bonobos are Africa, and then humans are unfortunately everywhere. We're everywhere.
Prolific.
Yeah, so more gorilla. They have like a family troop, and then they have a bachelor troop, which is in the wild. They do that. Like one males with all the females, and then the
elephants
other males.
kind of do that.
Yeah, elephants are more like the males are just usually separate from the females, but
breeding season and then
gorillas are like there's a dominant male always in the troop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like lions.
Yeah, like uprising. Okay, then this was a squirrel monkey. So in the kid area, they had like a big playground, and then there was a tunnel that went through the playground up high that the squirrel monkeys could go through.
So the tunnel was this meshing mesh.
So like the kids could get close to the squirrel monkeys.
Yeah, you could be on the slide, and the monkey could be in his little tunnel thing, which was kind of cool. Cool.
And then also in the kids area was the little aviary where they had the budgie areas. Which also. This isn't exactly because these obviously are more not domesticated, but more human bred.
Yeah, so let me copy some more pictures.
Okay, so in the wild, like this yellow is more what they look like. It's a little more green and defined in the wild, but like this blue is more of like a human thing that we've like introduced through breeding that really wouldn't have survived in the wild, but we've gotten that over time.
Let me see what's on this card here.
But you can see, like, back here, this green and yellow parakeet is more what you would see in the wild, while, like, these other color variations are more like human care breeding things have led to. Also, this was interesting. So there was some cockatiels in there, and they were rescues. So you can see some of them had like feather problems.
Oh, yeah.
But the zoo's taking care of them, and they're healing up just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if did you hear me talking about the budgies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you can see like budgies and cockatiels are together.
Yeah.
So and they're both Australian birds, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So a lot of times, if you
aviaries,
see
they
birds
just
that are
mix together.
But if you see them where their feathers aren't here or there or whatever, they could be a rescue. They could have a little parasite they're trying to clean up. They could be a baby. You know, they sometimes look pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah. Wait. Well, what's this? This is
the top of a hut. There probably was a bird there.
Oh, this is the bird show. The bird show at Omaha was kind of funny because these birds just weren't in the mood that day.
They were on siesta, man.
This cockatoo is scared of flying objects and animals. Okay, so he wasn't having fun. The hornbill was doing okay.
Yeah, he did. He beat the crud out of some.
Yeah, like flipping over rocks to get snakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the southern also, you can see these are big birds.
Yeah.
These are ground hornbills. Hornbills can be Zazu from Lion King's a small hornbill.
Yeah.
Then there's big flying hornbills, and then there's even bigger ground hornbills.
And he's like up to her knee.
Yeah,
he's pretty big. I mean, for a bird.
So you can see like they would flip over rock. Like this bird, they mimic in the show. They mimic natural behavior. So you can see that this bird flips over the rocks, and then flies the 100% real scary snake. That he absolutely demolished.
I think it's a gibbon.
All right. Then you can see this guy brought a Eurasian eagle owl, which is these big owls that normally they hunt things like rabbits and stuff like a normal owl, but because they're so big, they can take like foxes and deer if like they need to. But usually they still hunt rabbits. There's no reason to hunt that big of prey.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to fly up, and he just kind of was put on a tree and then flew back inside.
He was like, "I'm out, people."
So yeah. You can see like he was supposed to fly up. He just kind of hung out there, and then he went back inside, like into the door. So
that was his look most of the time. Every time they would ask him to do something, he'd look at him like, "You first."
And then like they had a macaw. He just stayed on that tree.
Yeah,
he doesn't feel it. This is like a green-winged macaw, I think.
Yeah.
Like he just chilled out because they don't force these animals to do anything they don't want to do.
Yeah.
So this bird show, they just weren't in the mood. But one bird in the mood was the guinea fowl. So they gave a bunch of people like little like ladles with like dinosaur ladles, which fortunately you didn't buy, with like bugs and stuff in it. And the guinea fowl came up and ate.
I'm not gonna buy the one with the bugs in it.
So people got like,
but yeah, the guinea fowl were just running around the audience.
Yeah, they're actually guinea fowl interesting because they make a long calls and they're very skittish. So they're used like on farms to protect to be just like warning systems.
Yeah.
In the wild, they just also are skittish. Yeah. Which, to be fair, in the wild, there are cats evolved to jump 9 feet in the air to catch them out of the air when they fly away. So I kind of understand why they're skittish like that.
See, and I just picture Maleficent hanging down like, they have to eventually land, right? Like, what do you do?
Also, they're called helmeted guinea fowl because you can see they have a little helmet.
Looks like something from Monty Python.
Also, you can see this one's hopping up.
Doing the little. That's the most flight they did, where they would hop up.
They don't fly that much. It's only like a defense thing. They don't fly like other birds do a lot. Like to get up, kind of like a chicken. Chickens can kind of fly to get up on a ledge or something.
Well, domesticated chicken.
Yeah. All right, that was the children's area we talked about. Okay, then we went to lunch at...
We didn't eat this guy.
No. This is a baby gibbon, which is super adorable.
He's a little blurry, but maybe we'll have a better picture later. The glass was weird. So
yeah, but the point, we went to the restaurant, and the restaurant looks over their massive indoor jungle area.
Yeah, it was really like you were sitting on the edge of the jungle.
Yeah, and you can see there
totally
was
cool.
The easiest one you could see was the baby gibbon and his mom.
Yeah.
And then there were some birds because it's a big inside area, so we saw some birds. The second day we actually went inside it. The first day we didn't get to it.
The second day we walked around inside.
So we'll get more into the jungle later.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see baby gibbon. His eyes look kind of big because of the blur. Oh no, he just has big eyes.
Yeah, he just has big eyes. Yeah. Some of because they're on Dropbox, you got to wait for it to.
Yeah. More gibbons. We just saw a lot of gibbons. All right, then we went to the Africa area because we wanted to see the elephants.
Yeah.
So on the way, we saw my mom's favorite animal, the ostrich. My mom doesn't like these big
ostriches
birds.
And emus. If you really want, See, when you go to someone's house and you bring a bottle of wine or something dip or something. No. Bring an ostrich or an emu for the evening. Tina will love you. We'll sit out in the backyard with it and have.
This is a joke. My mom is terrified of these things, which is fair. I mean, they're massive.
They're huge.
Yeah. They can. I think ostriches can run like 45 miles an hour,
and they're strong.
Yes,
they are.
Cassowaries, which are a smaller flightless bird, their kicks are famous for killing.
But even their neck, I mean, they're strong. Mm-hmm. They'll push you around.
And then, this was cool. This is a northern flicker. I've rarely seen them in the wild, so this is the first time I got a log one in eBird.
Oh yeah.
So this is a northern. They're like a woodpecker, sapsucker type of bird. Sapsuckers are types of wood. They're woodpeckers essentially. Mm. But yeah, we have them where we live. But it was cool to see one in the wild. That it seemed to be living in this tree hollow. So
yeah, he was
also. So you can see mostly brown and black with red on the back.
Yeah.
You can't really tell, but there's yellow there. Oh, so they're also called yellow-shafted flickers.
Okay.
I call them northern flickers because that's the name I was raised on.
Yeah.
But you can see it was like going into this hole.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So, and this was over this best savanna had like the ostriches, some impala.
This was another mixed animal. So the animals got to, as they would in nature, hang out together, so that if one group hears a predator, they all go, "Oh, did you hear what the antelope said?" And
also the rhinos aren't in the same habitat, but the fence is kind of like small enough so it looks like they're in the same habitat.
The chubby unicorns is what he meant.
Yeah,
to say.
that my dad got a shirt that says "Save the chubby unicorns," which means rhinos. So
or me.
Yeah.
So I am forming the chubby unicorn conservation union, the cuckoos. And we're gonna save the chubby. We're gonna live in solidarity with them. So many a donut goes to maintain this figure.
Okay. So also in here was the giraffes. It's really cool because they actually
the blotched zebras.
Okay, there's an inside joke we have. One time we went to Milwaukee Zoo, a kid called a giraffe a zebra, and the dad agreed with him. So now we have an inside joke that zebras and giraffes are switched.
It was not a good day for cheeseheads.
No. So the giraffes have like a little walkway they actually get to cross, across a human path to get out of their inside holding out into the habitat.
Yeah.
And apparently a new baby just did that for the first time recently, like after we visited. An infant started doing that.
So if you're there at the right time, the giraffes just walk right past you, like the flamingos.
So ostriches. They're all together. That's
enrichment.
Enrichment. Things for animals to do. More impala pictures. Here's a giraffe eating something off the tree.
He's got his little tongue through there. His massive tongue.
Then we got. So this is the Cape thick knee because they have thick knees.
Okay, they're called a thick knee.
This one you can't tell because it's resting, but here the giraffe they do giraffe feeding. So like in this spot the giraffes can reach up. And feed.
Yeah, I wanted to go track this grandma down and give her these pictures because they were really. There was a little series of cute pictures of her grandkids. Look, there's the little boy. I thought those were cute, but I couldn't find her. So.
All right, so then we went.
If anybody knows that grandma,
oh my god,
just message us. I will send her those. Those are her pictures.
Jeez. Okay.
Jeez, Rick.
We were watching Rick and Morty. Okay. So anyway, then we went to the elephants. It's crazy. They've had 5 babies in like the past 5 years. Like they have a lot of baby elephants at the zoo. Yeah. So they have like 5 adults and 5 babies.
And now this is the one that was like really long.
No. This is the big one. This is the big one. Yeah.
Okay. This it was like it was.
All of them are huge, but the one at the next zoo was just longer. Built.
It had big sections and then a long. So they can kind of migrate,
Yeah, you can see there's like baby elephants.
Yeah.
And so look at this. Like you can see a baby.
Small, medium, large.
Like this baby's like a few months old.
Yeah.
Nope, it's a few months old and it's already bigger than you are.
Then there's a teenager.
Like a couple years old, and then there's an adult female.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have any males because.
Well, the males
don't live with the females.
Right,
and
different enclosure. If they have a male, it would be
because males can go into must. Yeah. Just like kind of like in season, like deer going to rut. Yeah. But when an elephant goes into must, it's like they will destroy everything around them.
Yeah.
It is like you do not want to be near a male elephant in must.
All the steel pillars and cables are much stronger on the male elephant enclosure than on the...
I saw a video of one in must literally just like, and this was in Asia, which is slightly small, just like pick up a car
Right.
and throw it. Like
Right.
they get pretty.
All right, so let's see.
This is part of.
Let's go back here, and then so we were just in. Let's see what's in this one.
Nothing.
Well, no, it's got to read them. Hang on, I want to try 134. Oh wait, that was
that looks like maybe Kansas City or St. Louis.
Let's see what we got here.
This is not going to be in order, is it?
Let's see. Well, which folder were we in? 100 kp. So let's go to 101 kp. That'll be the next. This will be in order.
Yes.
From
Okay.
Where we were. Okay.
So yeah, we have more elephants.
Okay.
So you can see.
Oh yeah, little baby. Oh yeah, there's somewhere in here. There's a baby elephant playing in the mud or something.
Yeah, but you can see there's like a whole. There's a whole herd of
whole
elephants.
herd, yeah. Somewhere down there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
see
they're all kind of in the mud pit.
Hole. But you can see like these are more of the adult elephants.
And this is to keep insects off and stuff.
Yeah,
you'll literally see
sunscreen.
there's some where they're flinging the mud up on themselves and they're just kind of taking a mud.
Oh, here's the baby in the mud.
Yeah, the baby in the mud. He's just running around and
Having
having a
fun.
good old time. It's like me on any average New Jersey summer day.
You can see here he's getting
There you
down
go.
with the water. And he's like gained.
Yeah, see, he's splashing around. So they did, that's.
And here's like mom checking in. Also, like the moms will actually like take care of each other's babies. Like the whole herd takes care of everyone's babies.
I love that elephant moms are like, get back out there and roll around in that mud. What are you doing so clean in here? That's your new outfit. Go get it filthy.
So chinchillas have such dense fur.
Yeah.
You know what chinchillas, right?
Yeah,
They have such dense fur that if they get wet, they could like never dry.
Oh.
So in the wild, they actually take dust baths to stay dry.
Oh, okay.
And so I saw this one YouTube channel that does shorts about like animal facts. It was like a dad. They're at the beach,
Right.
and the dad was like, "You kids better clean off from that water," and they roll in the sand. And then he opens the car, and sand is just. And then once, just in case, like, okay, Dad, he takes some sand, he just like dumps in his pants. Yeah.
You get back outside until you're totally filthy.
Yeah. And then we went inside. They have a really nice indoor area.
Yeah.
You can see this one's feeding.
Yeah.
And like the baby's on the log.
Yeah, he was playing King of the Log or something.
And then I think a sibling came over and was like, no, you can't do
yeah,
that.
one pushed the other one off of the log.
Okay, then, oh yeah, so you can see these are the calves. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
see 2022, 2023, literally like the past 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
They've had like 5 babies,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like they literally like doubled their herd, which is great for conservation, by the way.
Yeah.
These are endangered species. In fact, elephants in Africa are de-evolving tusks.
To avoid the poachers.
The poachers, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was a train. We didn't ride this one. We rode the other
Yeah,
train.
we rode another cool train, yeah.
That one. We rode that steam
Yeah,
engine.
that one's cool.
It's
yeah.
an actual steam engine. And at one point, we were riding it, and they had to stop to let off steam. And I saw a little bit come out the top when they stopped, so I'm like, oh, that's it. And then, like, 2 minutes later, like, this geyser of steam that's literally, like, 100 feet long just, like, pile drives out of the train.
You see the earth just buckling.
And you're like, oh, jeez, yeah. I kind of get why we switched to diesel engines. But this was an actual tank engine, like one section with, like, there's no tender.
Yeah, these tanks on the side hold the
Yeah.
water instead of a tender behind
Yeah,
it.
but because this is Omaha Union Pacific headquarters, they
Yeah.
bought the zoo trains,
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
that's pretty cool.
So yeah, we rode the train around.
Watch your head.
It was nice. It even had stuff for my grandma on the scooter to get on.
Yeah, we were able to get Grandma on.
It was a little complicated, but we figured it
worked.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Union Pacific Engine House.
Yeah.
So I like trains, so this was neat.
Yeah, this was very cool.
Yeah. So like we rode around the bend, so that's some nice shots of it. And it like rode up through the Asia area,
Yeah.
things like that, over some bridges. Oh yeah, look at that. Like,
Yeah,
look at that.
that's the fountain of steam. Just
And it was
the-
fast.
And the earth, right there, like the grass,
It's
was just
just-
obliterated.
the grass
There's
is
a
double.
mud slick.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, as we were pulling up there, and so the train's coming around the tracks to that corner, getting ready to stop, and there's a golf cart with staff on it who's going through the area, and they didn't even risk it. They just backed up and waited because they
Yeah.
didn't know at what moment the
Yeah.
steam was going to come out.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to be Kentucky Fried, so they just waited.
So yeah, that's the train. And then so this is me next to Nebraska's elephants. So yeah, no, we had elephants in North America until we existed, and then they went extinct.
The elephants were like, we're out.
So they evolved, and we even had like the Columbian mammoth. So yeah. Then we went to the pond.
Yeah.
Where there was ducks, and there was a lot of koi fish. Like you could buy food and drop it down.
I think I got a picture of
Like
a billion
literally
of them.
just like hundreds of koi fish. Like look at like this is like the middle, and it's like
This is
20
a 2x2
feet wide.
section.
Yeah, like a 20-foot pile of like carp.
Yeah.
Oh, koi or carp.
Literally on top of each other. Just
Just trying to get the food.
Like there was no water. You could have gone and built. You could have stood there and not got wet.
Yeah.
The carp just consumed all the space.
Yeah. And then we went and pet the stingrays.
Yeah.
That's fun. Also, I noticed something. I was always just kind of like, I doubt the stingrays care about this. There's no way they care, right? Because like, they're fish, and like, why would they want to
Why
be
would
touched?
they care? Yeah.
I noticed they like come up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like I
If they think you're gonna feed them or something.
maybe they
or-
just
yeah.
I mean, we like back scratches, right?
Yeah.
Like dogs like getting pet. So
Yeah.
I bet it's just like
There's one right there. Yeah.
it's just like a I'll go to a picture where you can actually see a stingray.
Yeah.
So I bet maybe it's just nice like on their back
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Maybe they got an itch.
Yeah, and me looking at the signs, trying to see what they had. Those are mostly the ones you pet are cow noses, which is why they have like
Typically,
the flat nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that
It's a
you
gurgler.
took a picture of okay.
That's a gurgler.
All right. Then we went to Asia, or is this Africa? Yeah, Asia, because there's the red panda.
Oh yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah, red panda.
If Maleficent were cute, that's what she'd look like.
Wow. Okay. And then here's a statue of a monitor.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that monitor really wants his picture taken.
And then
He's standing
here's
really
like
still.
I think these are like martins or
Yeah,
something like
Martins.
that.
Yeah, Martins. Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be real animals, and I
So
found out it was a
if
statue.
you've read what was that series of stories we read when you were little about the books that came alive, or you could go into the stories. Anyway, there was a martin in it. Anyway.
Okay. Then
It's just a waterfall.
there's because the animals hide, so I have to check. Then we went to the Desert Dome. I think this is the Desert Dome. It's this massive dome at Omaha. It's the #1 attraction in the zoos in the world. I think.
Yeah.
Massive dome. The top dome part is this massive desert area with all these different animals and like inside habitats. Actually, wait, I can just look it up. Omaha Desert Dome. Like, this is a big dome. Like, here's it from the parking lot. You can see this massive dome. And, like, that's, like, artificial rocks in there and stuff. And that'll be important later. So, like, it's just okay. Yeah, so it's, like, this massive desert dome. And you go in it and you see the desert. And then underneath it is called the nighttime area where they have, like, a swamp and, like, bats and all this stuff. And caves. So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I mean, it's a big dome.
It is enormous. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
yeah.
they'll be able to see that. I can show them that. Yeah.
No, that's why I brought it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. So then you see, like, look, we're just in, like, there's a massive sand dune
Yeah.
representing Namibia.
There was like a
Yeah.
dune, literally a dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then here's like kelp springer. Yeah, these are like little, like, they live in like the rocks in like the savannah, like, you know, in the savannah, these like these little rock formations. They live in that.
And
This
they
is the kelp
they
springer.
walk on like their toes,
Yeah,
They're
so they
little-
can walk on like the
very edges of rocks and stuff. They're literally
at
on their
that.
Yeah, it looks like a little ballerina.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's so. And think about like other, like even normal mountain goats, not these, can walk at like a 92-degree angle. Like they can walk
Like straight up a wall.
Like, no, literally straight up.
Yeah.
As long as there's place for them to grab.
Little
They can
edges.
literally walk more than vertical.
So this is like when we do the shoots for the photography group, for
Yeah.
the ballet group. Is that how they created point shoes?
Yeah,
they
they
just follow around clip springers.
So then we kept going.
it might have
Here's
been
some.
dark.
This is a
Oh, yeah.
pygmy mongoose. So most mongoose are individualistic, like they live alone. But pygmy mongoose and banded mongoose live in like groups.
Yeah.
So there's like a little group of these guys. Then there's some more ducks. Yes, ducks. There's a little oasis like in the like you kind of like go through these canyons. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some ducks. Then there was like a big tunnel and they had lots of different reptiles, mostly snakes.
Yeah.
Then we kept going, and here's the Cape Thickney, and you can see
thick knees.
that its knees
That's
in
fine.
fact-
That
okay,
doesn't
they are in
even-
fact pretty
that was
thick.
just a preview.
All right. And then we kept going. Yeah, there's Cape Thickney. And not only that, there was tawny frogmouse in here. But what was interesting is that they actually moved.
Yeah.
They rarely... I have finally gone to zoos enough that I see them move. I've been doing this my whole life, and like these past few years, I've seen them move a total like 5 times.
We were beginning to think tawny frogmouths were mythological.
Yeah, like you can see. Look, we have it. 4K.
Yeah, it
Ultra
actually moved.
HD.
Yeah.
We have evidence. You don't understand how like big of a thing this is.
That
like,
is, this is like the Zapruder film.
yeah. Also, here's the Thickney. I guess they live together. All right. Then here's a skink of some kind.
Yeah.
Then my mom loved these.
Oh, yeah.
These we'll talk about them more because
pig
the
mafia.
second day we started with them. So these are pecuaries.
Yeah.
Specifically, I believe these are collared pecuaries, which are the ones that are found in, like Arizona and
So
stuff.
maybe like this little collar stripe here.
So these are pigs, and they live in like the deserts, and they love the urban areas in Arizona because what they do is they come up in a little group to you, and you're like, oh, these are cute, and you give them a fruit. Then they come up the next day, and you better give them the fruit, or you will be attacked. Because these guys can be very territorial and very aggressive if they want to. So basically, they've started asking for protection fruit money in Arizona.
Like, so did you enjoy your walk around a zoo yesterday?
Yeah.
You want to enjoy your walk around a zoo today? So did you bring any cantaloupe with you?
Yeah, so that's why we call them the pig mafia. So now my mom wants them, obviously. That's the type of mother I have. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, I'm sure he's in charge of the gibbon mafia.
Yeah. Because my aunt made a face that looked like a gibbon. Well, she makes a face all the time.
Yeah.
And a gibbon at Columbus
Made the
or
same
Cincinnati
face. Yeah,
made
made
that
the same
face.
face.
Yeah. So then this is a sleeping bobcat.
Nice.
You know, it's taking a nap. Then burrowing owls. These are the craziest owls. They live on the ground. They use other animals' burrows. They're diurnal, so they're just, and they don't fly a lot, and they're more like insectivores, which is not uncommon for owls, but still. So they're very crazy. And this one was really funny. I don't know if you got pictures of it, but like they had a couple habitats. One of them, one came out of a hole with a mouse in its mouth. We're presuming this is the husband.
Yeah.
Then we're presuming the wife came out, took the mouse out of his mouth, and went back in the hole.
And the husband stood there like, what the He just looked around like, anything, people.
Yeah.
Help me out here.
And then this is a road runner, just, taking a nap.
Yeah.
They're not purple, sorry. Here's the better picture of the bobcat.
Yeah.
Here's a collared lizard. As you can see, it has a collar.
Non-tracking collar.
Here's they had like 8 rattlesnakes.
Yeah, and there
I
might
think
be,
these are
like-
western and eastern diamonbacks.
Yeah.
They don't mind each
Kinda,
other.
Yeah.
Honestly, they did a test. Some guy did a test where he took a fake leg and was like lightly stepping on snakes. I heard about this at St. Louis Zoo. Some guy was talking about it. And of all the snakes they stepped on, only 16 out of the 100 even attempted a bite in defense.
Yeah.
Most of them were just like, stop it.
And even the ones who attempted to bite, some of them were just like, back off.
Yeah, because snakes don't want to bug you.
Yeah.
So then they have some screech owls, which don't screech. They hoot. And barn owls screech so much that's how banshees were created.
Yeah.
People heard barn owls in the night and were like,
They were
what in the unholy hell is that? I just did a Housman Hotel quote. We're going off great today. All right. And then, all right, here's a tortoise or a turtle. Here's cactus.
It's just a cacti.
Here's some turtles.
Posing.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure where this is. Oh my... Did we just hop to the St. Louis... Oh my god, I think we just hopped.
We could have, because I just used different cameras.
Yeah, so, okay. Pause. Now go to the opposite end of the trip. So, we did... So, I'll just say the order now.
Okay.
The order was Omaha Zoo for 2 days.
Yeah.
Then we did the Omaha Safari Park, which is like half hour out. And then right across the street, which is why we were there originally, is the Strategic Air Command.
Right.
Then we went to Kansas City for Kansas City Zoo.
Right.
Then we went to St. Louis Zoo. Then we did Transportation Museum and Wold Bird Sanctuary.
Right.
Then we did Endangered Wolf Center and St. Louis Aquarium.
Yeah.
And then finally, we did the Science Museum for a reason we'll get to later. He likes it. Okay. So anyway, so this is now the St. Louis Aquarium, which is a very interesting aquarium because it's not like our aquarium at home where you go in and you're in the aquarium and you spend a day in the aquarium and then you leave. Or half a day because ours is literally next to the field museum.
Yeah.
Like literally they share a yard.
Right.
And you just walk across. And so we just do half day in there, half day in the field.
Right.
But the St. Louis Aquarium is like, you get tickets, you go in, you have to wait under this 16 million pixel screen that goes all the way over you.
He's not exaggerating the pixels. It's
And
they
then,
said how many.
Yeah. And then and there's also a little fish thing. Then you go in a train, and they do like a little video for some reason, and then you walk through the aquarium one way, and then you leave.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah.
And this is a 2019 open aquarium. It's new.
Yeah.
So, but also like the upper level is in the station, which feels like a mall,
Right.
but it's all glass under this like metal, like half open, half closed, like canopy thing. It's the weirdest thing. You have to just go to the St. Louis Union Station to understand. So yeah,
well, all Union stations have gotten a little glass and big, and they tried to make them look grand.
So these are turtles. I'm assuming this is a painted turtle because it's painted like colors. Willowbrook gets a lot of these where I work. I'll volunteer at.
Yeah.
Then this is the Lesser Madagascar hedgehog tenric. They're tenrics, which are a small Madagascar mammal, but they look like hedgehogs.
Right.
And then they had some poison dart frogs.
Yeah.
And then they had some jellyfish. And that's it. You had like we did okay.
Okay, so now
this is not going to be ordered. It's all his fault. Don't blame me.
Okay, so if we start at 100, that should be the beginning. Oh, here are some jellyfish.
I think this is Kansas City now. All right, we're going to Kansas City, everybody. Time tunnel approaching, whatever. Okay, so this is a polar bear. He took one picture of the polar bear.
No,
he took one picture of the polar bear.
Yeah. Okay.
The rest don't exist. They've been,
Okay.
Right. Then there were some jellyfish. They have this little new aquarium in Kansas. So okay, Omaha Zoo's big open zoo, lots of big exhibits with like the dome and Madagascar and things like that. Kansas City Zoo is like kind of cut in half by a river.
Yeah.
And it's very long, but it's like kind of just like two normal zoos, but they're kind of separate. St. Louis Zoo is a very compact zoo, kind of like Lincoln Park. Even though I think it's honestly nicer in my opinion, but still very compact. And then St. Louis Aquarium's like essentially in a mall, basically.
Yeah.
And then the Endangered Wolf Sanctuary and World Bird Sanctuary are just kind of out in the woods.
Yeah.
So, just for reference. So, Kansas City Zoo, normal-ish zoo, relatively open, stuff like that. Right. They had one building, the aquarium. There's also one way, but it's in the zoo, so that makes more sense to me. So, they had some jellyfish. Then they had some eels. I love, for some reason, the moray eels are my favorite fish. They've always been at the shed. And there was one I really liked in the main tank. But then they moved him. I was so sad. But then I found they moved him with his buddies to the moray eel retirement enclosure where there was them and one other fish.
Right.
And he's the dealer. And they all play like Go Fish and poker together. So I call it the Senior Eel Club.
Senior Eel.
Yeah, so they have their own version of that here because they have like an adult, healthy 6-footer in like one of the tanks.
One of these, I think, is.
No, but these are just the other ones. These are probably the retirees. Okay. You can see they're just chilling. Also, for some reason, it's a vertical tank, so and it's a circle, and you can like walk around it. And one of them was like swimming like this up the tank. Yeah, he was just having a good time. Yeah. And then, yes, so basically Kansas City is like cut in half. So we did like the bottom half of the front. Then we went to the opposite side, did the whole back, and then we did the top half of the front. And so in the back half of the front, they had a lot in the Africa section. They had like a little part of the pass was a lot of birds. So this is a saddle-billed stork because its bill has like a little saddle on it. There's 18 files.
That's where the chipmunks.
This was 18 files. This is nothing.
Oh, so go back.
This is going horribly wrong. This is horrible content.
Oh, look here, 4.
4. This is a kookaburra. I don't know where. It's just a kookaburra. My God.
So we'll go from 101, 705 to 102, 705.
Oh, jeez. Okay. This is a kangaroo.
It's a kangaroo.
I don't even know where we are anymore. It's a red kangaroo. That's a flower. That's a flower.
Oh my god.
That's a chimpanzee.
It's a chimpanzee.
There's 11. What's that? Wait.
Because I carried multiple cameras. Let's see.
Oh my god. 2. 2. Oh my god.
Shut up. Wait, what are we?
Okay, that's St. Louis Aquarium. So there's the entrance bubble.
How did we get that picture?
That's the 2 files. You took 2 pictures of like the entrance. You can see this is the fish tank, and then like it just went back. I don't know. You can see like around it, like that blue part was like a screen. It goes all the way up over you.
Yeah. So let's see.
14. Oh, this is the Science Museum. This is not even the part you want to talk about. This is just random stuff. They had just like the vault, which was like a bunch of rocks and seashells and things like that.
I think it hasn't finished syncing up. I think that's what we're getting. Here, so let's do this. Hang on, go back. Go back.
This is going horribly wrong.
Do this. Do this. Here, okay. Intermission.
Oh my god.
Can you give me something cold to drink?
I think alcohol.
Yeah.
I haven't even had it before. Blueberry or raspberry?
What?
Tea.
Tea.
Alright, this is the last tea
Okay.
in the entire world.
Okay.
There will never be tea again.
Okay. How do we get this to refresh?
Did you download all of them yet?
Well, yeah, but they're syncing.
They're syncing, but did you download all
Yes,
of them?
yes.
I say we just keep going for a bit, and then eventually we just call it, and we're having fun. Who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, jeez, Rick, this is going gobbledygook. I have 2.
Yeah, like some of these folders are still empty because
I have 2 notifications on my phone. One of them I can't even get rid of because it's check your leak. Oh no! Look, no notifications on my phone.
Here, let's see what's happening on my phone. Here, we'll record this.
What?
What are you doing?
No.
Here, I can
What
just see.
what is this?
Okay, don't clear things because then I might miss things.
Oh, my mom got me Crocs and a new phone case. Okay, cool.
Nothing important though.
Facebook notification.
Olivia.
Team who's trying to get you to join China.
Message. New budget. Okay.
Budget.
It's just short for the Leopold. Okay.
Okay, we did this. Here we go.
Are we getting more now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so I think this is the second day of the desert. My dad brought a black and white camera.
Look, success.
Okay, second day, Omaha Zoo. We went to the dome first thing. Dad brought a black and white
dome?
camera. Dome?
Oh, I thought it said dumb.
God, you're blind and deaf and old. All right.
And I'm trying not to spill my tea.
So, you can see this was the Namibia desert.
Namibia.
Namibia. All right, so this is a buffalo weaver. So weavers are birds that like.
Did you know that's how
grass.
buffalo were made?
No.
They're woven.
No, this is a lie. This is false advertising. Don't listen to him.
So much of little weavers out in the desert.
Yep. Then a blacksmith plover. Because it's black, I guess. Very creative name, guys. Here's the kilt springer again.
Look at him on his little point shoes.
And also newspaper enrichment. He has to dig through it to get some extra treats. Good enrichment for him. Here's just it's a dome, so there's just free-flighted birds. And this is an acacia tree, you can tell by the little spiky things. That's why giraffes have such long tongues, is so they can like weave. Like part of it is they can, I believe, so they can like weave through those.
And then,
yeah. Also, I think their tongues have a special saliva because there's certain ants that live in acacia trees to defend the trees. Well, it's a symbiotic relationship, but the giraffes, I think, might have like their tongues are like designed to be anti-ant or something.
Anti-ant.
All right, a lizard.
It's probably a better picture.
Really bad picture of a lizard. Oh, that's a snake. Oh, okay. So this one might have been you can see it has a
That
darker
looks like
head.
a cobra.
No.
No.
Oh, It was with a oh yeah,
There's the little lizard in the
they might have been feeding the lizard to the snake. We don't know.
Oh,
or
there.
maybe they're just friends. I don't know.
Or they're just buds, like Rick and Morty.
So this is a juvenile, like, Australian monitor. Their names were, it's like Parenti or something. So it's cool. So it's actually one of the first ones ever hatched, like the second one ever hatched in captivity, I think. And they have the adults in another habitat, so this was the juvenile. And one of the adults actually is missing a leg because they had to amputate it because he had cancer. But I mean, it's a reptile. He doesn't care. I work at a wildlife rescue, and they right now have a turtle that is missing a third of its shell.
Yeah,
But
it really is.
in like a year, they might be able to release it. It's not going back its shell. Its skin's gonna harden up though. But the point is,
So
like,
what we would call scabbing over.
yeah, but the shell, like their backbone's part of their shell. Like their shell's a part of their body. It's like if we lost like this
You
half
lost
of
part
our
of your
torso.
spine.
But like they're fine. It takes a year or two to heal.
Yeah,
but they're fine.
yeah.
Well, we're because they're cold blooded. Well, we're warm blooded, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna die. Time to go to Grey's Anatomy. A fate worse than death.
Did they take lots of like pictures for science of that? Because I would think it's a great way to see a living turtle.
Actually, a lot of people just take it a picture every month as like a motivational
see
thing.
it. Oh, yeah.
Just like I took it. I might make my like wallpaper just as like a motivational thing. Like I told my friends, okay, you see this turtle right here? Your life doesn't suck.
Yeah.
My friends
They
can.
slice off half your back.
My friends can never legally complain again. So you can see there's the monitor hanging out.
And yes, Mr. Joe, I did bring my black and white camera, obviously.
Okay. I believe this is a naped some type of bird, but it's because I know its name has naped in it because it has little napes over, like you see like
Oh yeah, these little
thingy bobs.
chicken turkey things, whatever.
Yeah. There's a tiny frog mouth again. There's a
Lizardy guy.
Yeah. Okay, so this day the pecuaries were hysterical. And Mom really liked it because 3 of them came out and they all were eating a different type of food. 2 of them would not touch the carrots and one ate the carrots. One of them was eating the parsnips. So like they like all had their favorite foods and like so they came out to eat and like they were all like eating different foods and then leaving the ones they didn't like, and then it was cool to like see their personalities.
Each individual gang is named after a vegetable.
The parsnip.
We're the parsnips.
The parsnip brothers.
Oh, dirt owls.
Yeah, burrowing owls.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, this was the one who got his mouth stolen, I think.
It's like, what?
He's standing there like,
What? Honestly, I think this was the next day, but we just knew it was him because he was just
he's
like.
still looking. He's still like.
He's like, bruh.
What happened?
Also, his wings are like that. That could be like an injury. Probably why he's in a zoo.
Yeah.
Zoos, they have animals for either education purposes, breeding programs, or because they're injured.
Or rescue.
Or
Yeah.
a mix of that.
Yeah.
That's a cactus. Cactuses are weird. Really weird. Turtle. Snake. This one's actually kind of like up because he's on stuff. Life under the prairie. This is a Mexican beaded lizard. So this includes Gila monsters and all beaded lizards. Well, Gila monsters are beaded lizards, but this is the Mexican beaded lizard. Beaded lizards are one of the only venomous lizards. They're small. They live in like Mexico, southeast United States.
But isn't there something about we don't know how their venom works?
No, that's Komodo dragons.
Oh,
Komodo dragons is a whole thing. I'm not getting
that's a
into
better
right now.
picture of them.
But these guys. Also, what's interesting, like beaded lizard and Gila monsters, they don't inject venom like a snake. They just have glands in their saliva, so they have to like chew you to like get the venom in.
Oh, that feels good.
Get venomized. Okay.
Could they chew on my feet?
No. Stop with your feet. Oh, so this is a sidewinder. Well, these two. There's not a two-headed snake. There's just 2 of
My
them.
apologies. These are raw images. Oh no, these are JPEGs.
So, sidewinders. They're called that because on the sand they like do like this. They kind of like sidewind. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Across it to like stay cool on the hot sand. More plants. Oh, there's like rocks you could like. I think this. So now I think we're going underground to the dock area.
Yeah.
And there was like a place you could go behind. So I was pranking my parents.
Yeah.
I mean, my pranks are pretty lame. I hid behind some rocks. I
don't know what this is.
This is the naked mole rat tunnel.
Oh, naked mole
I don't
rats,
see the naked mole rat, but naked mole rats are really
They've
interesting.
evolved invisibility.
Let's see. No, naked mole rats. So the average thing that size lives like 2 or 3 years. How long do you think a naked mole rat lives? No,
20.
30.
Oh, I was close. 20.
They
What was
also
that naked mole rat's name on Kim Possible?
Also, anyway, they also can't get cancer.
Ooh,
They just can't.
nice.
So we're studying them because they live really long and they don't get cancer. So we're studying them to like figure out. I think elephants are similar. I don't know if elephants can get cancer either. And they live.
I've never heard of an elephant with cancer.
Yeah,
Now
and
that
they
you
live
say
like
that.
70 years. So like
Yeah.
they're studying.
Well, cancer is effectively all cancer.
Yeah.
At its base,
Yeah.
cancer is cells that are just rapidly replicating for no reason whatsoever. So maybe
They
can get it, but it's just so slow in their metabolism
Yeah.
that it doesn't present as cancer.
So this was the nighttime. Everything was dark, so it's kind of hard to see. But
yeah, I'll have to process some of these.
this is
but,
like
yeah.
you can kind of tell.
Yeah,
It's like a big kangaroo rat kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's exactly called. Here they had like.
Here, go back to that one before. It was kind of when it let it do its bit for a second. No, that one.
This is a puto, I think.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what putos are. I think they're primate. Yeah, they're primate.
Yeah.
They're venomous primates.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a sloth.
Yeah, they're like little.
Little fuzzy sloths.
They're like little. They're like these little
Yeah.
nocturnal venomous primates
Yeah, there you go.
that like. They live in Africa in the jungles, but like
Yeah.
they're nocturnal. It's really weird.
Look at their little feeties.
That's a gecko.
Oh, that's a gecko.
That's a gecko, Dad.
Oh.
You can see the.
Oh yeah, that's a gecko.
But yeah, no, putos are very interesting.
Yeah.
The snake.
Yeah, some of these I'll have to go
Morpheus
through the raw
kangaroo
images
rats.
and so we can see what's
So
going
yeah,
on.
the first things were just like, oh no, they're called spring hosses.
Spring hosses, yeah.
So basically like big kangaroo, little screaming hairy armadillos. For some reason they walk on their tiptoes and you can barely tell their legs because they're so small compared to the little bodies. So it looks like they're just kind of like floating around.
They're like little armored ballerinas.
Yeah, all right.
So many things walk on their tippy toes.
I mean, even dinosaurs did that. And I
Yeah.
think elephants even kind of do because like the pad, like their bones are more like this.
Yeah,
than the
they
pad.
can. Yeah.
Oh,
So now here
wallaby.
a wallaby. Yeah, I got some okay pictures of wallaby.
I
If you
think
go
we-
down, there'll be more pictures of wallaby. Because
Yeah,
it
there was
a-
more light in there.
Oh, try.
That's not a wallaby. That's a That's a Australian freshwater crocodile.
Oh.
So saltwaters are the big ones. You know, everyone knows about them. These are the freshwater ones. They're smaller.
Yeah.
The poor guys no one ever talks about. Also, he was with a bunch of turtles. I don't know if there are any pictures of them, but there's a lot of turtles. There might be a turtle in there. No, actually, this.
It's probably just sticks. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Also, there's bats. So
Oh yeah, bats. Yeah.
it was really cool. So you see, remember when I was talking about the desert dome and I showed you there was like that big rock formation in the middle? This is inside it.
Oh yeah, we're looking
So
up. aren't
it's
we?
like 3 stories up of
yeah,
height.
and actually there. So it's the roof, and they have cut slits, so it
Yeah.
looks like you're in a cave and looking
Yeah.
out through a rocky top.
Yeah, and that's cool because they have lots of bats along there. And before that, there's like a whole cave section that's like, there's a 16-foot deep pool,
Yeah.
but it's so dark you can't tell there's glass over it.
Yeah.
So it looks like you could just fall in.
Yeah.
And there's
It
like
was freaking the
there's
kids
like a
out.
colony of like 400 of like these smaller bats flying around.
Yeah.
And there's also the Lake Titicaca frogs.
Yeah.
Yes, they're from Lake
Lake
Titicaca.
Titicaca.
Yeah. They're from that lake. They just live in that
A
lake.
man named that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So here's some more. Then the final area. So you had like the intro area of the night zone under the dome. Then you had like the bats, the cave. Then you
Right.
had more bats, and then you had this swamp area that's kind of like North American swamp.
Right.
So you have like turtles, alligators, beavers, even like some South American spectacle caimans, things like that. So they even had this one might be the albino.
He was the albino.
You
Yeah, he
can
was the
tell,
albino,
like
yeah.
white, so he's cool. Obviously, he can't be in the wild; he wouldn't survive.
Yeah.
Albinos can't survive. They had some turtles, little turtles. You can see. I think these are 2 different species. You
Yeah,
can see this
yeah.
one's like a smooth. This is like painted turtle, smooth shell, yellow stripes.
Yeah.
This one has like this rougher gray shell. They had bullfrog. I actually thought it was fake because he was not
Just
moving.
sitting there, yeah.
And it was dark, so I could really see his breathing. He was real.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is a spectacled caiman. So
Yeah.
these are basically small crocodilians. That's an adult, but like he's probably like just longer than this table.
Yeah, the picture with no point of reference. But really, he's
little longer than
yeah,
this
a little
table.
longer table. Yeah.
Wait, you can't see the table. Ah, jeez. Okay.
Well, he's no longer than us laid out.
Okay, this is the length of the table. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a second.
Don't die. We still have video left. Okay, I don't know what all these animals are. Somebody's got to stick around and know what the hell we're doing.
Ah, jeez. And you called me Morty. God. Yeah, so there's caiman. Or that might be a young alligator. The caimans look a lot like alligators.
Yeah, just size is really a big difference.
And then I think this was an alligator at the end.
Yeah.
All right, that's just a sea turtle.
That's on the wall.
They also have an aquarium here.
Yeah.
All right. This is the tufted puffin.
Yeah, through a very pooped-on wall.
You can tell because he
glass.
has like the little hairdo.
Yeah. Got the
Also, they have some little birds. I don't know what they're called. They look like little auks. Auks are extinct. We made them extinct, but they're basically these little seabirds. Kind of look like penguins, but they can fly, I think, and they're from the north, not the south.
Yeah.
And then tufted puffins have the thing. This one doesn't. That's the stereotypical puffin that you think of, horned / Atlantic. Here you go.
There you go.
They got that's the tufted because they got the dew.
Yeah.
Man, you really like puffins.
Well, the glass was so off. I was just trying to get you a good picture.
No, you just.
Oh, that one. Go back to that. That was a pretty good picture. Whatever one that was. I don't know where it was. I don't know. We lost it.
He'll find it when he does all the.
Yeah, when I go through all the pictures, finally, we'll. Maybe this one, if we let it finish up.
Yeah.
Puffin. Down here.
Puffins.
Puffin swimming.
You know what this is?
Puffin.
This is that was with the puffins.
Oh yeah, that's a little penguin. Huh?
No, that's not a penguin.
It's got a penguin head.
Okay.
What has the head of a penguin? Other than a penguin.
Okay, these are modern auks. The great auk is the one that
the great
extinct,
auk
but
is
these are
gone.
just little auks.
Okay.
Okay, this is penguin.
Yeah, it's penguin.
So this and I think another zoo, I don't remember which one exactly, had St. Louis also had this exact same setup of kings, rockhoppers, and gentoos.
Yeah.
One of them had macaronis I think Kansas City had macaronis instead of rockhoppers.
Yeah.
But yeah, also the gentoos, you can only see a few here, but I have a picture I sent my friends. There was like 5 lined up doing this.
Yeah.
I thought they were T-posing on me. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting T-posed on by a bunch of penguins. You can see there's penguin. That's a king penguin, second largest, just basically a little smaller and thinner than the emperor.
Yeah. The emperors outrank the kings.
Gentoos. You see kings back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that looks like.
These are sharks.
Yeah.
I believe they're called swell sharks because, like, kind of like lizards, like Chuck Walls do this too. They go in a rock and then they swell up, so you can't pull them out. So you can't pull them out.
Okay. I do that with cookies.
That's a starfish. That's an anemone. Japanese spider crab.
Tasty.
No! These guys can get to have like 12-foot leg spans. No! Also, so the Japanese spider crabs, they're huge, and there's a meme. It's a stereotypical meme that's, for some reason, it's a bigger one shooting lasers at a smaller one saying, "Silence, liberal." I don't know what. My generation is not that smart, okay? But that's a funny meme. Also, Japanese spider crabs are cool looking, so. Yeah. Not edible. They're probably are, but no, they don't.
Everything's edible.
Okay.
With given enough butter.
Go eat some arsenic. Everything's edible, my ass. Okay. So here's a fish. This looks like a type of wrasse.
Yeah.
It just has that vibe. This is a guppy. Or a goby. Oh, yeah, they live in holes.
I am your tour guide.
Sometimes they live with, like, species of shrimp. Like, they can see, the shrimp can defend. It's kind of like a thing. Here's some jellyfish. They're cool.
Yeah, they're cool. This is Daddy playing with his black and white camera.
Lots of jellyfish. Lots of jellyfish.
Well, I was looking for the peanut butter.
Jellyfish have nothing to do with peanut butter. Oh, here's one of my mom's favorite fish. It's lionfish.
Yeah.
They're native to, I believe, the Pacific, but they're invasive in the Atlantic, and they're like really bad predators. So like in Bermuda, you can just go hunting lionfish and you can just get as many as you want because they're such an invasive species. Oh, this was the pine cone fish. You know, I feel like it should be called the pineapple fish.
Yeah, it looks like a pineapple.
It's called the pine cone fish.
Nice.
People are horrible naming animals sometimes. All right. Oh, this was outside.
Slippery surface.
All right.
Oh, the butterflies.
We went through a butterfly dome and an insect dome, which the insects weren't really free roam, but the butterflies were. Yeah. So that was cool to see some butterflies. They have no relation to butter whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't put the butterflies next to the crab because...
No, then we went to the insects and here's some locusts.
Oh, yeah, locusts. They were huge.
Yeah, big locusts. They're coming for your crops. These ones aren't. They're in a habitat. They're fine. Oh, sorry. Is this a Jurassic World Dominion reference? Because it was in the second book. They decided, we're going to make a main plot of a Jurassic World movie. Giant locusts. They really fumbled the bag with that movie, man.
Ooh, he's adorable.
That is a tarantula. I don't know what variation, because you need colors to
Scary as all crap. That's the variation.
They're not even the big ones. The big ones are the Goliath bird eater tarantulas that eat birds.
Ugh.
And also live with frogs. A lot of tarantulas, they've learned to live with frogs. They just know the frogs eat parasites and protect the eggs from parasites, and then the spiders just get a friend. Well, the spiders just... Because the frog gets a home, and the spiders get the eggs and less parasites.
Yeah.
Whereas the frogs are small. Like the tarantulas, on occasion they do by accident eat the frog, because like they're bigger. All right, so then we actually went...
Speaking of frogs.
All right. Wait, let's slow down. So yeah, that was the insect thing, tarantulas, stuff like that. Then we went to the jungle.
Oh, there was just a mouse.
Oh yeah, some of these bigger indoor, like the jungle area. It's
You're
a
gonna
big.
get mice.
You get
Yeah,
mice.
you're gonna get mice. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's the gibbons again. So this time we're actually in the jungle, and you can see like back there, like that big window is the restaurant. It's really cool. Here's a frog or a toad. Oh, here's the frilled lizard. This is like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. These are from Australia. They're frilled necked lizards, so they can frill.
Oh yeah, so it can.
They can't spit venom though. Jurassic Park was like, we're gonna give them this, which they didn't have, and then spit venom,
which they didn't have,
and then we're gonna make them the juveniles like in the book, but they never say they're juveniles. So not only do they now have frills and venom, but now they're extra small when in real life they were bigger. It's like, okay.
Just tucks it back there.
Yeah. Gibbon. I think that's the baby chilling out.
Yeah, he's flopping from branch to branch. I was trying to catch him on the camera.
All right, so this is cool. You can see, this is all bats.
Yeah.
And we're inside.
Like, all bats.
So like we're inside like a cave right now, and like between us and them is a Eurasian eagle owl exhibit. You can see, but then when we get outside, just it's all they got
where like
loose
the
there.
bats are like right, they can fly to you.
Yeah, I mean they don't because they got better.
But there's
things
so
to do.
many of them. Like,
Yeah,
like it's like
bats.
Look at that.
Also, these are fruit bats, so they eat fruit. They do have some vampire bats at this zoo, like in the underground bat section.
I saw somebody took video of bats, hanging from the mesh and something, but then they flipped the video upside down, so the bats are walking around and moving their wings, and they said it looked like a goth dance party.
Oh my god! So yeah, these are the bats. All right, then there's a waterfall with a Malayan tapir.
Yeah.
So most tapirs are from South America. This one's from Indonesia. Instead of being brown, it's like black and white. So it's very interesting. So yeah, this is actually what it looks like. The camera didn't ruin everything.
Represented it pretty well.
Here's some spider monkeys, I think, or just some type of monkey at least. Maybe langurs. And then
probably just leaves.
We go down. Honestly, there wasn't much on the bottom of the jungle area.
Yeah, everything.
Like
was
this is a
trees
spider
and
monkey.
stuff.
That's a spider monkey. Those were langurs probably from before. Golden orb.
Oh yeah.
Big webs. On spider silk, they're studying it because like obviously you can cut it and you can bend it. But
it's
pulling
super
it,
strong.
you can't pull it apart.
Yeah,
Like you can.
It's like silk woven by silk
Yeah.
beetles. And
Here's
stuff
another
and stuff.
frog or toad thing. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Especially with tree frogs that live out of the water, which is usually the difference between frogs and toads. So, squirrel monkey. They had like a big head in there, like
oh yeah,
native people
gum.
That's different culture.
I know, but
this is the
big
Olmec.
stone.
That's Easter Island.
Yeah.
Me in the trees. Then we saw the train again. Because at this point, we left the jungle and then went back to the Africa because we want to see the elephants again. Yeah. I think Dad's found some mushrooms. We went to Madagascar again. So here's ring-tailed lemurs, like King Julian. Frog again. So this was like the end, so there wasn't a ton. So the ringtails weren't outside that day, they were inside. But this is the point where we're hearing the lemurs call out and talking to each other. Yeah. Black and white. Also, I don't know if Dad got pictures. Like maybe you can even you can see like he's calling like his mouth.
Oh yeah, there are some if you go through. I think there's some of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool. And then obviously we checked out the aviary one last time. You can see the pelican. You can see like this is the river part, and the pelicans are like on the shore. Yeah. Here's an ibis like walking through the, and you can see it's like mesh all the way along.
Yeah. And way up, like
and like you can see like that's a bridge the Inca terns were on. Then here's like the pond. There's some a geese just crossed the path, so there's some geese feet tracks. Also, this is not the squirrels we have. This is Richardson's ground squirrel. Mm-hmm. They look almost identical, but they have just like less hair on their tails, and they're ground squirrels.
And their tails more straight.
Mom was like, those are just young squirrels. I thought they were different, and they were different, and I felt very smart. Also, here's it on the path inside. Also, these are in the aviary. They just got in. Yeah, they're not going to eat anything. They're not going to harm anything. Yeah. Flamingo. Oh, so you can see here the flamingo eating. Yeah. Yeah. It's not doing the stompy thing because the water's a little deeper. The water's
moving on its own in the river. Yeah.
Also, they have a tray just to make sure they get their food. Yeah. Train again. And then a tree. We have blue spruces at home. There. Oh, okay.
Okay, so try like 103.
There you go, more than one photo. All right, so this was the third day now. This is Strategic Air and Space Command. Oh, yeah. So this won't be animals, Zootour, but we stopped. So this, if you don't care about military, just skip this part, I guess. Yeah, but I know about military aircraft, so I actually can talk about this.
And Father Glenn's father built that plane. No, he invented something.
He invented the radar.
The technology, like the important part
so
of that
this plane. Is the SR-71 Blackbird. It flew up like, we're talking like edge of atmosphere high to be like a spy plane. So this was like our eyes in the sky. This is also, there's that famous thing about the one that got shot down over Russia with the guy. That was an older aircraft. That was the U-2. This is a newer aircraft. Okay. So this was the museum. It's 2 rooms full of planes. Yeah. You see the lobby was the SR-71 hanging. Everything else is just in there. So that's a bomb or a little like, oh no, this was a test plane, I think, for a supersonic flight. I'm not reading that.
That's Petey.
I'm not reading that.
I found a Petey.
Yep, so dorky looking helicopter. Also, there's just an engine. All right, so this is a B-29. This is a big bomber, end of World War II. This is the type that dropped the nukes. Mm-hmm. One of
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah, I believe the one that did the second one, Nagasaki. Mm-hmm. Actually, we saw that exact plane at Dayton, Ohio, which was like you don't think it would be weird. It's just different standing next to the actual plane. Yeah, yeah. I definitely, you have to like, if you want to take your kids to the air museum, you want to do that when they're older so they can understand that.
The weight of it is,
Yeah, but this is just another bomber. Yeah. They were using Korea too. They just became the standard bomber for a while. Right. So this is really interesting. This is a N-117 Nighthawk they're restoring. This is one of the 4 stealth aircraft. It's really interesting because I heard a story that some guys accidentally in the military accidentally flew over Area 51. Like then when they landed, the CIA was there already, and they took them in for like 12 hours and interrogated and was like scared the daylights out of like actual military men.
And isn't this so? This is all stripped down.
Can I just finish real quick?
Sorry.
And so because they saw this and like that, and now it's just like I feel so bad if one of these days a guy just walks in here, he's like, oh come on. So yeah, but yes, it's being restored. Normally they're black, but
And isn't it that not only the shape, the angle
Yes.
is deflected radar, but the paint actually was like
Yes.
completely non-reflective, or as much as it could
Yeah.
be non-reflective of signals and light and everything.
So there's a couple things. A, this one doesn't have the black paint. This is just silver. B,
Right.
there are certain radars that can pick them up.
Right.
Stealth is not a 100% thing yet.
Right.
We've had our stealth craft shot down a time or two, but yeah. And this is a British Aero Vulcan, which is a big bomber, a big jet bomber.
Huge.
Yeah. And then here's just a transport aircraft. I believe this is a C-47 Skytrain.
I liked the Donald Duck. You can tell why I took it. There was
That's a
that's a Donald Duck.
that. Oh yeah, okay. I thought this was a nose of a dog for a second. Okay. So yeah. Guys, World War One.
It was World War II.
Guys, well, this is each plane has like 7 men in it, and they have a paintbrush. I mean,
look at it. We won the war.
Yeah. We won the war. Also, this is actually pretty tame to be honest.
It's pretty tame.
It's pretty tame.
Yes.
Probably why that one's in the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks probably on the plane. Here's another big transport aircraft. I don't know as much about I like the ones that fight. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm a teenager. I'll learn more about the other ones when I grow up. Oh, I can't say that. I'm like 19 now. I'm grown up.
You're grown up, dude.
All right, this is the tail of a F4 Phantom, I believe, and that's Grandma.
That's your tail right there.
I don't have a tail. We have tail bones, but all right. This is the only thing you can see of it. It's F4 Phantom. This was the craft that we used in Vietnam as our main fighter.
Right.
Here's what it was made to shoot missiles and intercept bombers. Bombers are very slow. Bombers can't maneuver. So we took this as a dogfighter to fight little MiGs in World War II. So here's the problem: our Phantoms didn't have a gun, just a gun that shoots out the aircraft, because we had missiles. Well, these are the first missiles. I mean, even today, they're not 100% reliable, but like missiles back then were crap.
Yeah.
And so they have a gun, so they would lose dogfights because the MiG would just fly up and go pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, and we couldn't shoot missiles short range. There was no way to just turn and point at a plane from a plane.
So then, towards the end
missile.
of the war, they started mounting gun pods at the bottom.
Yeah.
And now, today, even like the F-35 Lightning and the F-22 Raptors, the most advanced stealth fighters have a gun on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's your only option.
There was the Navy also had the F-4 Crusader.
Right.
Or F-4, the F Crusader, which had guns on it. Because they had guns. Some Navy guys were really just like, when they were given the choice, they're like, I want the one with the guns on it. So I don't die.
I would like a gun, please.
It's like a good analogy is like an army guy not having a knife.
Yeah.
Like you have a knife, right?
Yeah.
It's the same in air combat. It's the same principle.
Yeah, same concept. Yeah.
So I don't know if that because these are big planes. Like the one of the planes in here is massive.
I think from the upper. I think they took one of that. Yeah.
So like, look at that bomb.
James and his Dalek.
Look at that's my grandma. Look at me and grandma next to a bomb. Like that's a big bomb. You can see I'm talking in my head. All right, so this is the
Parasite.
The Parasite. So there's a really big plane. I don't know if we'll see it. Really good plane. Yeah. It's this massive plane. 6 prop engines, 4 jets, massive plane. This bomber had an immense range. The problem was we didn't have fighters that could escort it. So they made a little fighter that they strapped to the bottom of it, and then if the bomber needed an air escort, they just dropped the little plane off. It would fight, take care of the enemy, and then attach back. I don't think we ever used them in actual air combat, but still. They had some little model planes. I named every single one. I was so proud of myself. So here's the back of the Parasite. And up there, that plane in the top corner, like the U.S. Air Force one, the one that says U.S. Air Force you can see in this image, is the F-80 Starfighter. That was the first jet we made that was deployed. Really funny story. In World War II, we actually launched these jets into combat.
Sent them out for combat.
On the way out, the war ended in Europe. On the way out. So it's like, all right, guys, come in. So we almost had jets in World War II. We know the Germans had jets.
Right.
But yes, we almost had a jet. And then the war ended, and we were like, jeez. So, and then, but we used that in Korea.
Yeah.
But then we got the saber. It's a whole thing. I won't go into a whole. So yeah. This is a parasite, and they would attach it to this thing.
Yeah.
Realize this shed is like what? Like a football field wide.
It's a big hangar.
It's a hangar wide. This
hangar.
plane, this one plane is as wide as the hangar.
Yeah.
Like it's a big plane. Oh, this is the A-26 Invader, one of the last prop planes. I actually did see service in World War II, and was too late for World War II, but did see service in Vietnam and Korea, which obviously it was Korea then Vietnam. But yeah, that's the Thunder Chief, more of a bomber aircraft used in Korea on early jet.
I feel like this one, go back to that one. So like they put the plane together, and then the guy with the clipboard is walking down the hallway, and a general stops him and says, "Oh, did you hear? We're adding 2 guns to that plane." It's like, okay, add 2 guns. And he got to the next general, and that general just came out of the same meeting. He's like, "Oh, did you hear? We're adding 2 guns." Well, I just put the 2 guns. We need 2 guns. Did you not hear? Add 2 guns to the plane. And then the next general, same thing. Like, did you hear? We're adding 2 guns. But I have in my notes. But shut up. Put 2 guns. We need guns. Didn't you hear? We need to have guns on the plane. He got all the way down the hallway, and that's how they ended up with all those guns.
So this is more of like a ground attack aircraft. So basically, it would just aim its nose at the target on the ground. Yeah. That's like the A-10 Warthog. Most of you probably know what that is. The modern jet. What's really funny about that, they don't tell you that the main minigun in that thing is so powerful that it will cause the plane to stall from the recoil if it's not going fast enough or if the gun's going too long.
Right.
So they actually have to stop shooting it before the plane stalls out. Yeah. That's how you know it's an American aircraft.
That's when you get to the bar after the battle, and there's 2 pilots. I fired off 42 rounds. Yeah, well, I fired off 44 on my left.
Those are miniguns. You're probably talking 400 rounds.
Well, yeah.
That's around. Yeah. I don't know what that is. There's a time in the Cold War where we made so many jets, and we used like
just a jet.
None of them.
It was just a jet
in actual combat.
Yeah,
because they were going so quickly.
Yeah.
All right, this is a B-17. That's World War II, and compare that to a B-52. That's like still modern day, but more Vietnam. We still use them.
Yeah.
And like just look at the size difference.
Yeah.
Also, think about this.
And this, I think, this must have been from upstairs.
Yeah. So think about it. Imagine that you're in that.
Yeah.
It's World War II. There's 7 or 8 or 9 of you in this plane.
Right.
You're flying all the way from England to Germany, dropping bombs, flying back, and before they had the P-51 Mustang that had the range for fighter escorts, like 60 of these would go down a mission.
Yeah.
So A, we had hundreds in the sky.
Right.
And B, so imagine being in that little thing. Or you're the guy in like the underside one, upside down.
Yeah.
It's like
this.
crazy.
I think this is how they got the concept for the R2 units on the X-Wing fighters.
Honestly, you know what? That's probably it, actually. Oh, and then there's that guy.
Of course, you got to get that photo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see.
That was actually to intimidate the enemy. No joke. We paid chalk faces on our planes to scare the enemy.
Oh.
That's not a joke.
Oh, now here this.
That's the aquarium.
It propagated a few more pictures in here.
Yeah. So you can see this is the screen above us.
Oh yeah, this is the screen. This is LCD LED.
600 million
Each
pixels.
of these fish is like 8 feet wide.
Yeah.
They're huge. Just enormous. Swimming around.
But of course, I was looking at the fish tank.
Yeah.
Which literally just has, I think, probably African cichlids in it.
Yeah.
There's like one, I think it's Lake Victoria. There's just hundreds of different species of this one fish just all in this like.
Right. So let's see, try 104 maybe.
It's loaded more.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it's like they had the vaults.
Yeah.
Quick point about this: ocean acidification. You might have heard of it. Is like carbon's build up in the ocean. You say, oh, that's not. Who cares? If there's carbon in the ocean. It's dissolving shells. So anything that lives in these is dying, and you may never find a shell this pretty again because it's gonna dissolve in the ocean.
Right.
They had some elephant statues. It was like the vault was this collection of like they had a rat collection, a fossil collection, and an elephant statue collection.
Yeah. I got it because it said the Grand Tour.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like an actual map of the world, like if it was made so the continents on the right side. So it's just that's Africa.
Yeah.
And that's the U.S.
Yeah.
Also, again, that's all of Europe, and like Texas is right there. Like you can just see how different it is. Like, look at like U.S. compared to all of Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Venus. A rock. More rocks. A rock that kind of looks like a city.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a cityscape. Yeah. Okay, so now let's try. Oh, it's still loading that one up. Let me see if anything else loaded up here.
That was what we just did.
We just did.
So the next 103. That okay.
Okay, so I think we got to take a break and wait a little bit. Oh, there's the arch.
Yeah,
we
saw the arch. Whoop de doo.
Yeah.
It's an arch. We didn't go in it because I heard it sucks. There's the arch. Cool. Because yeah. So
I think now we got to take a little break and give it a couple minutes.
I just want to wrap up for now and maybe do more.
Yeah, I think the only thing we're missing is my big surprise thing and
most of St. Louis. But,
so yeah, we'll get. So we'll let that sync up. We'll catch St. Louis next time.
Yeah. So
that's part one
of Zoo Tour with
2024.
Some other things.
Zoo Tour 2024.
Also, we watched like a whole season of Rick and Morty on vacation.
That's right.
We're weird.
And we've watched the first season of Doctor Who and
you did
almost the entire first season of Acolyte.
Against my wishes.
Okay. Observation.
Episode 4 was just bad. Like as an
Acolyte.
Episode of Acolyte was just bad.
Was just bad.
Not for any political reason.
No, it just was bad.
It was just bad.
There's a lot of contradictions.
That's enough before we get canceled on Tinder or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, now we just load more.
No, no. Yes.
Yeah, all those will be new.
Wait.
You just got to give it a second.
Here
it goes. There's boom. There.
Okay,
oh, this guy, the secretary bird.
We're not done.
We're not done.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Season 1.5. We're going to do these pictures and then I want to go home for lunch.
Okay.
All right.
Because we only had breakfast 45 minutes ago.
I'm hungry. All right. This is the secretary bird. There's these big birds from Africa and they're really cool.
And they have quills because they're secretary birds. They take shorthand.
Also, they can like eat snakes because they're just built. Also, like look how tall it is.
What's this over here?
That's a log.
Oh.
The amount of times nature people mistake logs for something. That's a starling.
Yeah.
Not the ones that we have. The ones we have are boring. I mean, that's another hammer cop. That's a starling.
Oh yeah, because we haven't seen the wolf rescue yet. That's what hasn't loaded up yet.
Or the bird sanctuary, or most of Kansas City. Like this is now Kansas City.
Did I bring the big camera to the
Or St. Louis Zoo.
Yeah, that's true. So all that's still sitting up. Yeah.
So there's an alligator.
Alligator.
There's multiple alligators.
When you're in Louisiana, you know how you tell if there's alligators in the water?
Oh, that's it.
You touch the water, and if your hand's wet, there's alligators in the water.
African tram. Yeah. Oh, he's creepy. All right. Well.
Okay, so the rest has
now
to load up.
We'll see you season 2.
Season 2 coming soon.
Bye-bye.
Tune in. Bye.
Rick and Morty.